A listomania. Think less but see it grow.
Hello everybody, it's the Gnome and welcome to your March 2019 episode of 10 for 12. If you're new to my channel, welcome, it's a pleasure to have you, and I'm always excited to give you guys a top 10 list of an interesting topic. And of course, as always, I'm going to be collabing once again. I've got my two very good fellow YouTuber friends, Lori over at Lori Dawson. Not sure if Thomas is going to be joining her for this one, but if he does, that's awesome. Welcome to the both of you. And my friend Emmi from Emmi Rose Reads. Very excited to have all of you on board for this amazing 10 for 12 because if there's one thing that I absolutely love outside of popular culture, it is food. And food is a big influencer in popular culture as well, especially in a place like New York where I live and have grown up in. There is a true melting pot of all different kinds of flavors. You can find food from all over the world in New York City alone. And not just the foods itself, but there's also so much history involved in regards to each and every one of these foods. I am always interested to see how the culture came up with these specific kinds of cuisines, as well as the kinds of spices and flavors that they used, and what their significance was for them. But one of the few things that I'm also very excited about today is the fact that I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight into my culture's cooking as well, because there are a couple of those on this list, and that of course is Jewish cuisine. So I'm hoping that you're excited about this. I've got my list right here, and let's begin with my 10 favorite comfort foods. Number 10 is, and this might sound bland, but it's brisket. Now, when we think of brisket, especially when it comes to American culture, we think of that amazing smoked brisket from a smokehouse, from a barbecue place. That is delicious, don't get me wrong. But when you think about Friday nights, welcoming the Sabbath in a Jewish home, a brisket that was in an oven, whether it was roasted or baked, and it was soaking in its juices with a mirepoix of onions, carrots, and celery, it is something that just speaks to you and reminds you of home. It is one of the most flavorful, most largest staples in all of Jewish cooking. There are so many places that serve brisket like this right now, but when I think about brisket and all the recipes from all of those great Jewish mothers and grandmothers and aunts, they all just gave me something truly special, and brisket is just a to die for dish. Number 9 might come of a shock to you, but it's coffee. Now, I have never been someone that drank coffee for the sake of the caffeine buzz. If there ever was an occasion where I needed it for the sake of waking up, it was just because I didn't have a good night's sleep. But ever since I tried coffee for the first time when I was 13, there was just something about it that just enticed me. I mean, even when my own parents and my grandparents were drinking coffee, I always loved the smell. That smell of fresh roasted coffee beans, that invigorating sense, it just makes you alive. And when I finally became a coffee drinker, I truly appreciated it. I liked to go to fancy coffee houses, I liked to go to Dunkin' Donuts, or even Starbucks, and especially when it comes to flavors of coffee, I am all on board with that. I love the taste, I love the smell, and it is just a beverage that gives me comfort. Number 8 is chocolate chip cookies. Now, pastries are a comfort food no matter how you slice them. But chocolate chip cookies, especially Entenmann's soft-baked chocolate chip cookies, are incredible. They melt in your mouth, they're rich with chocolate in the chips, and especially the dough. The cookie dough, you just taste that incredible butter flavor, and that is just one of the most amazing tastes that I have ever experienced throughout my entire life. Number 7 is, oh yes, we're gonna go there, matzo ball soup. Chicken soup is a natural penicillin, and that is a staple in so many houses, but it's not just for the sake of soothing a cold or calming a flu when somebody is sick. Chicken soup is something that is served at Jewish households for holidays, for the Sabbath, all across the world. And when you put those matzo balls in there, it turns into something truly special. I mean, matzo ball soup has become such a staple in American popular culture, especially in populations where there are a lot of Jewish communities. There are matzo ball soups served at a regular diner. Now, do I think that they are as good as chicken soup like my grandmother made? Oh, definitely not. But I will not knock the fact that they at least tried to copy this truly comforting dish. Number 6, another wonderful thing about being a New Yorker, and that is pizza. I don't know what it is about New York. I mean, one of the few things that I need to do before I die is visit Chicago so I can get my hands on some Chicago deep dish or some Chicago thin crust on the south side. But New York style pizza is heaven. No matter what you put on it, no matter what kind of dough it is, no matter what's in the sauce, whether it's regular tomato sauce, a white sauce, or a pesto sauce, pizza from New York, it's something in the water. And that dough is just so incredible. And all the other ingredients that are put in there just make it so incredible. I mean, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you are ever in New York City, there is a pizza store on 37th Street and Broadway called Bravo's Pizza. It is a big buzz in Midtown Manhattan. But the craziest thing is, it's a kosher pizza store. When it comes to kosher pizza, a lot of people frown. But Bravo's has kicked it up to 11. I don't know what it is about that pizza. I seriously think it's something in the sauce. But when you go into the store, it looks like a true Italian pizzeria. All the types of Italian dishes, outside of maybe anything with pork or sausage or chicken parmesan, you won't find that there. But you will see some of the most amazing pizzas in the world, and they taste just as amazing as they look. So, pizza, New York City. If you ever come to New York City, just try pizza no matter where it is, because you're going to love it. Number 5 is ice cream. Now, ice cream is a comfort food to so many people out there, and I am going to be part of that collective. I will have any flavor from any kind of brand any day, whenever I want, unless it's maybe 50 degrees below zero, which never really happens here, but maybe it happens in Minnesota somewhere. But on cold winter days, I will not have ice cream. But when it gets warm, I am all about the ice cream. I will buy buckets of it and put it in my freezer. I will go to a local ice cream parlor with my wife to get some ice cream on a hot day. Ice cream just makes me feel good, and I am willing to try any flavor out there. If there's one that I really don't like, I will let people know, but ice cream is definitely something that I love. Number 4, I know that there are a lot of people in this world that don't have the ability to eat it, but it's peanut butter. I cannot live on this planet without peanut butter. My wife and I always have a joke. If we have a kid that develops a peanut allergy, we are disowning the child and it can't live with us anymore, because she and I are big fans of peanut butter. I mean, we both have his and hers peanut butter jars, because I'm a Skippy guy and she's a Jif girl, and we both love peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, for me, are probably one of the greatest things in the world. But now I put peanut butter on so many things that I've never put peanut butter on before. I put it on my waffles. I put it on my pancakes. I put it on my English muffins. I am just gonna dip apples into peanut butter. I had only had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all my life. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches are another one of the things that I truly love. But peanut butter is just so incredible. It is also very healthy for you, and I'm so glad to know that I'm not one of the people out there that is suffering from a peanut allergy, because I can't see my life without it. Number 3 is spaghetti and meatballs, a classic Italian dish that has officially become Americanized. Whenever I am needing of something comforting, I just go for a nice bowl of pasta, even without meatballs. I am completely okay with just having pasta and marinara sauce, but I love spaghetti and meatballs. My mom made an amazing meatball recipe that I always enjoyed. My wife makes very good meatballs too, and I just love that dish so much. It fills me up with goodness and comfort. Number 2 is potatoes of any kind. Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew, fry them, give me chips. Potatoes, that starchy goodness is my thing. I love potatoes so much, and I'm even branching out to trying different kinds of potatoes. I am suddenly a big fan of sweet potatoes and sweet potato fries, whether they are regular fries or even waffle fries that are sweet potatoes. I love them all. But potatoes, I just love them so much. I make so many dishes with potatoes as a side, and they definitely fill you up and satisfy you. And my number 1 is not even a specific food. Rather, it is a grouping of foods, and it goes back to my Jewish roots. There are 3 things in life that you have to experience in terms of food when you come to New York City. a bagel and cream cheese, a slice of pizza, and then you gotta try and find yourself a true, authentic Jewish deli and get yourself a sandwich. Whether it is corned beef, whether it's pastrami, if you're feeling bold, you should try tongue. I know that doesn't sound great, but trust me, it melts in your mouth like butter. Roast beef sandwiches, turkey sandwiches. This is one of the true staples of New York. I would also recommend that you check out the documentary Deliman, and I'll put a link to that in the description box. But this type of food was something that was brought to the United States during the Eastern European migration in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and for a while there was a Jewish deli on every city block in Manhattan. These were the types of places that also became so famous thanks to comedians, movies like Harry Met Sally, which features Katz's Deli, which is the oldest deli in New York City and even the United States, and it's still standing today, and people are still crowding those halls to get their hands on a pastrami or a corned beef sandwich. There is nothing more amazing, nothing more filling, nothing more epic than a true New York Jewish deli sandwich. And if you ever have the ability to come to New York and you want to meet your friendly neighborhood lawn gnome, I am not going to let you leave that city until you come with me and join me for a deli sandwich. I wish that I could actually show you what they look like right in front of you, but I just don't have the ability to do so right now. But anyway, guys, that is my list of my 10 favorite comfort foods. Once again, I want to thank my friends who joined me on this little venture, and I'm really excited to see what you guys consider as comfort foods. And I'm looking forward to the next 10 for 12. I will see you then. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.